Hi, I'm Michael Tejedor from BI Labs, and today at BI Labs we have Kris Ganjam, who's joined us from Microsoft Research. Kris, can you tell us a little bit about what Microsoft Research is?
Sure. Microsoft Research, I guess, their horizon is kind of 5 to 10 years out. You know, when they're developing new technologies or products, the goal is to have a pipeline. So one is to have these kind of far-out research projects, and then at the same time also have tech transfer going on with the product groups, you know, and really get these ideas into products.
And you've created a product or a project for BI Labs called Fuzzy Lookup. So can you tell us a little bit about what Fuzzy Lookup does?
Yeah. So this is also in the kind of data integration space. So you have, let's say, this is more for matching dirty textual data. So let's say, and in that sense, dirty means spelling mistakes, right, or there might be missing data. If you have a record, it might not have some of the fields filled in, and the goal there is how to do it really efficiently, because at Microsoft and a lot of other big companies, they have millions and millions of records that they need to deduplicate, is what it's called. Mm-hmm. So it's really trying to find these different representations of the same entity efficiently. And so what you need to do there is first come up with a way to define what similar means. And so we have some formal ways to define similarity between two textual entities. And then the second problem there is, how do you efficiently index that? So now you have some incoming record, and mm-hmm, you want to match it to your full list of products or your full list of customers, and do that really fast. So that's kind of the challenge. And so what we've done now is take this technology. It's shipped earlier as part of SQL Server Integration Services, but now we've moved it into a space, into Excel, where everyone can use it and use it in a more interactive way.
Right. So it's an add-in for Excel, and Excel 2010.
Right.
Right now is supported.
Yeah. We're hoping to add support for 2007, but that haven't tested that yet. And
then sort of explain to me sort of what I'm seeing here.
Okay, so this is an example. So this is kind of my ideal portfolio here with all these shares.
These are great companies.
Let's say I wanted to compute the average PE ratio of my portfolio. Okay. So I don't have that data here. So what I did first was just go online. I found a site that lists the PE ratios for all the S&P 500 companies. I copied that here, created another table, and now I want to be able to join those two tables. So I want to match on the company name, and then add this PE column. So this is also called data augmentation. So right, you have some data, and you want to add some additional columns to it. So the problem, though, is that exact match doesn't work. So if I were to just try a VLOOKUP, mm-hmm, it would fail. For instance, you have Amazon.com. There's no dot. It says Inc. STK. But in the S&P 500 table, it's actually represented as Amazon.com Inc. And so really, we have this Fuzzy Lookup tool that will go and first index this S&P 500 table, and then now for each row here, it's going to find the best matches in that table, and then give a similarity score that says how similar that match is to the incoming record.
I see. Okay.
And then so now I've been able to add this PE column. I can just go and add a little average there and get the average PE.
So it's similar to a VLOOKUP, except for to actually establish that match. It doesn't have to be an exact match in terms of text. It's a fuzzy lookup, so it can be a similar match, essentially. And you've got logic in there to determine when a match is appropriate.
Exactly, yeah. Okay. Our goal was to be very domain independent here. So, this will work just out of the box with almost any kind of textual data. If you have additional domain knowledge, for instance, you know that WA is the same as Washington, or Bob is the same as Robert, you can add these, we call them transformation rules. You can add this domain knowledge in. We also have support for lots of automated techniques for finding certain types of errors. So for instance, it might be Disney Spaceland or Disneyland as one single word.
Got it.
So
Interesting.
That's kind of the idea.
This is great. This is a great prototype. So thank you very much for packaging it up in this way so that people can download it and play with it.
Yeah.
Is there any feedback as people play with it and they comment back into the website that you'd like to try to elicit from
Sure.
people?
Yeah, definitely would be great to get as much feedback as possible. Just usability issues, what features you'd like to see, if it's working for your data or not. We're hoping to have a V2, so we'd love to get as much feedback as possible.
Great, and we're looking forward to the V2, and we'll post that as well. So with that, I think the project is called Fuzzy Lookup officially.
Fuzzy Lookup in Excel, add-in for Excel.
Add-in for Excel, 2010. So if you're looking for the Fuzzy Lookup add-in for Excel 2010, it's available on the project page for BI Labs, and as well as some additional videos to show you how to play with it. So thank you very much.